There is nothing in this world as a sports fan that speaks to Black excellence like our new NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame inductees 2019. And I'm going to take a quick minute out of my day to talk about it. You've entered the Sports Opinion Log here on LexAnderson World. I'm your host, said host, Lex Anderson. So if you're down with all things NFL, if you're down with all things legendary, if you're down with all things, I can't wait for football season to start, so give me something football to watch right now. You're going to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to your right to stay notified for any and all upcoming future videos. You know, my shovel pass is always good for 6 points and a point after. But the hallowed, sacred grounds in Canton have opened their doors. And I'm just going to talk about real quick the new inductees. But first, how about Ed Reed, folks? How about it? You know, I just got through watching some of the best of every player's respective speech. And Ed Reed, his bust is just amazing. The facial features, his hair, the beard, you know, I mean, like the gold jackets, which is why for this video I'm wearing my Steelers black and gold jacket until I can get my Hall of Fame bust for, you know, sports journalism. This will have to do. But representing the black and gold is what I do best. And so, speaking of what I do best, let's talk about the men who did their best on the field, gave it all they got, and have been rewarded with a permanent spot into the Hall of Fame. And of course, we're going to start off first and foremost, Tony Gonzalez, just amazing. Of course, you know, being Lex Anderson and who I am, I've got to talk about the fact that he never did win a Super Bowl, though, so that makes it kind of sad to me that a great player such as Tony Gonzalez never got to hoist the Super Bowl trophy. But for that, I blame Matt Ryan. That's who I blame, because who else should get the blame than Matt Ryan? But here we go. Tony Gonzalez, 6-time first team All-Pro, 14 times Pro Bowl, 2000s All-Decade team, #1 tight end in NFL history in receiving yards, 100-yard games, and 1,000-yard seasons. So tip of the cap to Tony Gonzalez. And how, of course, about Champ Bailey, cornerback, Denver Broncos, 3-time first-team All-Pro, 12 times he went to the Pro Bowl, 2000s All-Decade team with 52 career interceptions. However, Champ Bailey, I will remember you most on Monday Night Football when my boy T.O. Terrell Owens burned you horribly for an 80-yard touchdown catch and run. Oh, man, that was brutal. That was so brutal. Like, T.O. ran the curl route, hit him with the up and under. Champ Bailey's knees buckled, and T.O. was off to the races. And speaking of off to the races, previously mentioned Ed Reed. Defensively, Ed Reed was a terror on the field. I mean, like, if you ain't know then, you gonna know now that Ed Reed was no joke. It felt like he was everywhere. His ability to get to and find the ball and intercept it, and the times that he would even turn it into a pick six, he was fearsome, Ed Reed. Like, Ed Reed and Ray Lewis, I mean, like the Baltimore Ravens defense, you know, I'm not going to say was the best defense ever, because that would be unfair to like the fearsome foursome, the steel curtain of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But for their generation, Ed Reed, I'm like, imagine you're an offensive player staring across from Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, and they would just wreak havoc on the defensive end. So and again, his glorious bust. I mean, like the hair and you know, black excellence, man. You can't tell me a brother doesn't know how to dress. And here in the Sports Opinion Log, yeah, I will make mention of race, that our people, men of color, when it comes down to ceremonies, Oh yeah, we know how to dress down to the nines, boy. You saw Ed Reed's hat? Woo! I'm gonna watch his Hall of Fame video again because that's just how dapper that brother looked. And if there was anyone who I could talk to, Ed Reed looks like he just has that old school. Let's just sit down and talk, brother. So let's talk about Ed Reed. 5-time first team All Pro, 9 times Pro Bowl, 2000's All Decade Team, 2004 NFL Defensive Player of the Year with 64 career interceptions. Wow, this should have been an Ed Reed video, honestly. And speaking of defense, like this Hall of Fame truly gave honor to the defensive players. Next up, Ty Law, 2 times first team All Pro, 5-time Pro Bowl, 2000's All Decade Team, 53 career interceptions. Canton welcomes Ty Law. Wow, that brother was dangerous. Of course, special mention to Pat Baldwin, also Hall of Fame, 35 seasons as an owner. Best record in the NFL between 84 and 2018, 18 playoff appearances with 7 Super Bowl appearances. Pat Baldwin. Tip of the cap to Pat Baldwin. Wow. On to Kevin Mawai from Hawaii, right? Saying his Hall of Fame speech with his family. Beautiful thing. 3-time first team, All Pro, 8 times Pro Bowl, 2000's All Decade Team. Kevin Mawai, he always made it happen. And of course, honorable mention to the late Johnny Robinson, another defensive player, 6 times first team All Pro, 7-time Pro Bowl with 57 career interceptions. And sometimes you would hope that those players would be alive for their moment, but hey, the sports historian, I'm dropping it here for you right here, right now. Last night, Saturday, August 3rd, the Hall of Fame. NFL opened their doors to these wonderful players. And of course, we have Gil Brandt, drafted 9 Pro Football Hall of Famers, 2-time Super Bowl winning champ, Dallas Cowboys executive. And, got to give props to where props is due when it comes to the white man because they have the vision, they have the foresight, and they are also one of the main reasons why we have the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And, it's a beautiful thing. It's a lovely thing. It's a wonderful thing. And it just whets your appetite just that little bit more that you can't wait to have football season underway. So again, if you can't wait for football season to be on its way, for that kick to sail into the air as the fans go wild and the cameras are flashing and the U.S. Air Force jets have flown over the stadiums and the fireworks have gone off in the daytime, which you can't see because no one can really see fireworks in the daytime clearly. The Sports Opinion Log. The Sports Opinion Log is where you ought to be. It's where you need to be. So do the right thing and make sure to subscribe to the channel. And again, press the bell icon to stay notified for any and all upcoming future videos. I will leave you a previous NFL video for your viewing, which is still getting a lot of hits. I don't know if I should go with the Odell Beckham or the horrible USA Today top players, which was trash. But either way, I leave that for you. Special shout out to my NHL players on the gram on IGTV. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I appreciate each and every one of your support. Until next time, I'll catch you guys and girls on the other side of town. LexAnderson, signing out. Go Ed Reed!